Hello, welcome back to another Axiom Flux news on the 13th of April 2015. I'm PJ, I've got Black Hole Bridger and allegedly Rhys on the panel. We all good?
All well over here.
Yeah, good evening.
Okay guys, so tonight we're going to be discussing the police, or the police state, and the bailiffs, and we're going to converse and talk about certain videos that I've got to show tonight and gather each and everyone's thoughts and opinions on what it is we're going to be witnessing. If you've not already seen these videos before, you probably might have, not sure. So we're going to go straight to it, so we've got quite a few videos and I don't want to really be going over time tonight, so let's see. This is the one. Just double check on that. Right, so it's all good to go. Okay, so you're going to be seeing some images of certain people, and all these people have been killed by police, mostly in the US. Majority of these have just happened this year, 2015. Okay, so that mini video there showed quite a few of the victims from police shootings, and I'm not going to cover them all tonight because there's too many. If I had time, I would, but I'm going to handpick a few out. And you're probably thinking I'm going to cover Mike Brown. Well, I'm not. I'm not going to cover Mike Brown. The simple fact that it's already been done.
Yeah, can I check just quickly on this one?
Yeah, go on, Paul.
Right at the beginning of the video, there was a naked man, naked mental man, and the police shot him dead. Now, that just shows how absolutely crazy the situation is now. It's obviously didn't have any arms or anything, and it was clear he had no weapons, yet he was shot dead.
Yeah, sure was. Well, that's not the only one, Paul, so don't lose your lid on this one because we've got many more to get through.
Uh-huh.
I do want to keep you in one piece. So we'll move on to the one called guy called Eric Harris is the latest person to have been killed by the police in America. and this took place yesterday on the 12th of April. So I'm going to start sharing this one now. Okay.
Towards me. He's behind that fence. I can't see what he's doing. He's behind the privacy fence. Can anybody see what he's doing?
Yeah, nobody's there.
Alright. He's coming now. He's got the bag in his hand. Female's hiding something underneath her shirt, so we gotta watch her too. Trying to fuck with something. So go mute. He's walking up on me. Go mute.
Okay, I'm going to pause it here. As you can see on the screen, this is the guy, yeah? Now what he's doing is he's being set up by police to, he's gone to sell him a gun, basically. And he's approached his car now. This is an undercover copper. And let's see how it turns out.
What's up, brother? Make me nervous, man.
Okay, look. Oh, here's the thing. Hold on. I ain't gonna pay no games. Yeah, that's what I'm waiting on.
Oh, I get that.
No, I got you. It's just gonna be a little bit.
Is that another one? What's that?
That's it.
Sweet, that's nice gun, man. That's not a Ruger, though.
It's a Luger.
A Luger?
German Luger.
I thought German Luger. That's a
This is.
What the is it? He's running down his neck. He's running like, I'll stay with the car.
Okay, that's the end of the first part of this video. This is I'm just introducing you to what really went off, because you've got to flick through a few YouTube videos and there's very limited amount. I was very surprised to find out that there's not that many YouTube videos on this, which is quite unbelievable, to be honest. But this is the same guy, Eric Courtney Harris, his name is Eric Courtney Harris. And this is the video footage after he exited that vehicle and did a runner. Well, this is what happened.
Roll on your stomach. Now. Up! Up! Man, stop it! He's got him! Oh, my Oh my God! Oh my God! He's knocking! He's knocking! You know what? You know what? Yeah, bro! Oh God! Oh, he shot me out of the shit! He shot me there! Oh my God! You hear me? You lose my breath. He's laying back.
Right, never mind the football. Time for football. Okay, that's the video. And there's a lot of white marks covering the police officers' faces, and a lot of, you know, cut out silence parts in audio as well. So there's definitely a lot more that got said that didn't get recorded, and pretty much all YouTube videos that I've seen are all the same. Don't know if you've got any thoughts on that.
This is the first time I've seen that, actually.
This is recent. This is just yesterday. This Rhys.
This was yesterday?
Yeah.
This happened yesterday?
Yeah.
Well, that will explain why not many people have seen it yet, I suppose. But yeah, it just doesn't surprise me.
Oh, mainstream media, well, you know, the main ones, they're reporting on it.
Oh, have they?
Yeah, I've seen Calendar, they've touched on it today. A few others have as well.
So what's the situation with the bloke now? Is he
He's dead. He died. Died later.
Died?
Yeah, he died. Yeah.
Well, what I picked up on then was the undercover cop having his knee on his head.
Yeah.
Which I'm pretty sure is illegal.
After they just shot him, when he's supposed to have got his taser out. See, this is what happened. He meant to have got his taser, and he drew his pistol out and shot him. And he says in mistake. He did it in mistake, police officer.
Well, they've kind of shot themselves in their own foot by having them cameras on them.
Well, it's a good job you've just said that, because it brings me to my next piece. It's only an image. I've got that many things on my screen. It's unreal. Hold on a minute. Let me try and find that. If I can find it. No, it's not there. I've lost that image. I'm going to show you an image. Basically, it's just in Texas, in America, they're trying to get a ban on people recording police and quite a few other things as well. So they're clamping down on that. They're trying to stop this, you know, from videos you've just seen. They're going to prevent people from being able to make videos to put it out in Texas. And it's quite rare for the guns, isn't it?
How the hell are they going to do that?
Probably through fines and threats.
Probably through shooting at them.
Well, this is Motorhome, this next one, and I think I know you've seen this one. So I'm going to play this one now.
Not picking up, but is that the one where the police guy is threatening all the members of the public with his pepper spray if they don't step back?
I think that will one of them. Yeah, that will one of them that I had.
Yeah, I remember seeing that.
I was actually shocked.
It was in this country, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was just mirroring America.
Yeah.
See, America just doesn't surprise me at all, because they aren't afraid to admit the tyranny. You know.
I've got round it, Rhys, so we managed to win it over, I think. I'm going to try and play it again.
Oh, is this the eviction of the day?
This is the eviction, yeah, you know. But these are come in, you know, working for bailiffs, right?
Admitted that they were as well.
Look at all the gear they've got and how they've approached and the amount of people there is, yeah. And then compare it to these police officers in America who've just got, you know, shirts and trousers and boots and, you know, usually in that. That's it. They've got none of this gear on, and these have come to work for bailiffs, to protect bailiffs, yeah. you'd probably think that there's some serial killer that they're going to try and get.
Basically, you see that tactical aid, don't you? You know, tactical.
Or some sort of manhunt, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's no manhunt taking place. Let's see how it goes.
See how much you're getting paid then?
Yeah, with no pension.
Okay.
Written 20. It's young kids as well,
Selling out your own people. Selling out your own people.
Horrid. How horrid. Good time.
All this one man to say, welcome to the new world order. Your turn one day, lads.
Shame on you.
They're making plans to get rid of you now with all the layoffs and the cuts. It doesn't matter though, we'll still come and support you regardless.
How the hell did you put that hat on the morning?
Shame on you! 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 Shame on you!
Facilitate the corporations once again.
Bailiffs assistants you become.
Hey, to serve and protect. What happened to that?
What happened to your own? I'm working for bailiffs.
What happened to your oaths? You swore an oath. What are you doing?
Told you. Fighting the people, protecting crime and corporations.
Protecting paedophiles. That's all you're doing.
What's the point of working in this country? This happens to you. Eh? You know what I mean? You know, what do people work for? You know? He hasn't got no parents, are they? You know what I mean? Yet you don't do all this to it. You might smile and all that for it, but at the end of the day, that happens to your kids when you're all using that.
Right, when you're on half pay with no pension for G4S in 5 years' time, don't come running to us.
Yeah.
You've no pension, your kids have been sold down the river.
You won't be there to help him, like he's more there to help him up there.
You'll be ashamed of yourselves. Hang your heads in shame. Your grandchildren will see this.
Yeah, they will.
Hey, and they'll curse you. That's what they'll do.
Is that what my daddy done? Bloody hell, that's terrible.
Look what my mum and my dad did.
Bloody hell.
Look what they facilitated.
Okay, so yeah, it's shocking that one, Rhys, isn't it?
It's awful, mate. It's absolutely awful.
I mean, what do you do when it gets to that stage? I mean, this is just to take a door off.
Yeah. Well, from the looks of it, they knew that there would be some sort of resistance. But unfortunately, I don't think enough people turned up. I think the only solution that would be credible in a situation like that is exactly what I just said, more numbers.
Yeah.
We need to get people together, and I mean, I've experienced this personally right now, but there's a lot of in-house bickering going on, and I think people need to wake up again and say, well, hold on, our enemy are the same.
I mean, so would you agree to the fact that police have got their hands tied behind the back, or do you think that they should be waking up and start, addressing what it is that they're actually doing?
It's a question of moral. It's a question of moral obligation at the end of the day, and people say that it's it's the police on a senior level, but in cases like this, you have to question the individual's notion, because each one of them stood there and they didn't look like they were ashamed.
No.
I think we do have to focus on individuals.
It's a tricky one. When did you originally watch that then?
I want to promote some sort of, violent behaviour. But, yeah, I mean, I've had ideas of how we could solve it, but...
Well, that shocked me because I thought, a lot's been happening over in America. A lot of people getting shot and killed. And then, I'm going to play this video now because I just want to show you that none of them have got any support of helmets or anything like these guys have, yeah?
Yeah.
And these are chasing down people with guns, and I mean, everybody's got a gun in America almost. So.
Yo, get that dog off of him. Roll over, Papa. Just roll over. Let him handcuff you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Get that dog off of there. Get that dog off of him.
Roll over now. Roll over.
He's knocked out.
I got all of this.
Yo, he's knocked out. He's knocked out. He's not even moving. He's not. Get that dog off of him. Back off a little.
Roll over, put your advice out now. Do it now.
Roll him over. He can't move. He's out. He's knocked out. Sí. That's what you said.
Shot out this bitch.
All these are 2015, the last few months, Rhys, by the way. And what did you think to that one with Dog, when he used his dog? Do you think that was called for?
It was very cold.
Definitely. I mean, the guy.
It's like I was saying just as well, discussing about the individual's motives, you know, because they seem to me like, especially in America, they're pumped up before they even get to the scene. They're pumped up.
Where the ambulance at? Nigga just on this bitch.
Now, is this the training?
But they've not got all this gear like we've got over here, just to take a door off.
I know.
Just to shield the front splinters and things what might, come back at them when they're smashing it in. I mean, it's stupid. What they're going to be like if they start getting these guys out to shoot? Did you hear what I just said there, Rhys, yeah?
I didn't pick that up, mate. What did he say?
He said to him, why the fuck did you shoot him for? And the copper responded, he goes, you're lucky he didn't shoot you in the head. And this guy's unarmed, he's got nothing on him. He's just shot him. I think this guy survived, I'm not too sure though.
Hey, that's my girl. Hey, don't be talking to my girl like that. Hey, come here, move. You move, because I'm out here. I got the pistol in my pocket. I'm dead wrong. I'm dead wrong.
Thugs in fancy dress.
Trying to stop them from taking her 18-month-old son when two police officers pinned her on a kitchen counter and one of them punched her several times in the back. NBC5 investigative reporter Scott Gordon joins us live from Greenville with the details on this story. Scott?
Well, Brian, police officers will tell you it's one of the toughest parts of their job, helping CPS remove children from their parents. That's exactly what was going on here. And in this case, the mother also happened to be very pregnant.
I stepped in front of my son and put my hands up and began screaming, "No, you're not touching my kid."
It was clearly an emotional scene when sheriff's deputies and CPS workers came to take Deanna Robinson's 18-month-old son because of an abuse investigation. This video captured what appeared to be one deputy hitting Robinson with a fist before the camera suddenly shuts off. She was 38 weeks pregnant at the time.
You know, again, repeatedly pressed into that counter and with my 18-month-old son watching his mother be assaulted. and him screaming in fear and traumatized, watching his mother be beaten by law enforcement officers.
Okay, this is about a week ago now, I think it were, maybe a little over a week. This is the, I forgot his name now. And this is what happened after he carried on chasing him.
Any excuse use the toys?
Yeah, Walter Scott, that's it. Stopped him for a broken light, ended up shooting him about 8 times.
It makes you wonder if these situations are based on spontaneous reaction or whether they actually have got a plan in their heads before they get to the scene, you know.
I think that's the case. You know, it's what people are talking about now. Some of you have suggested that some of these are just, you know, like staged events, crisis. Like some of these people don't even exist. That's what people are saying.
Well, very familiar with false flags and stage events. Anything's possible.
Well, like Walter Scott, people are saying
a lot of media coverage. It seems to be a very open topic at the minute. Whether that's because it's gotten worse, or whether it's just picking up pace media-wise.
Florida, who was arrested on charges of criminal mischief and burglary, is now being honored for helping to save the life of the officer who was booking it. This video, Officer Franklin Fultz filing paperwork
this is a good
on Jamal Rutledge. Fultz suddenly collapses, grabbing his chest. Rutledge gets up from his chair, his hands cuffed behind him, and begins kicking the security door to alert other officers. Fort Lauderdale police released a statement saying Rutledge's quick thinking was largely responsible for Fultz surviving the incidents. The team will be honored at a ceremony next.
Cell phone video you will only see on Hawaii News Now. An ATV officer throwing a man to the ground. The video does not show what led to the confrontation, but we do know the man thrown was not arrested. Now he's pressing charges against the officer.
The man who recorded the video claims the officer tried to cover up the attack by trying to take the cell phone. Rick Gasoff has the exclusive story, all new at 6.
That's a Honolulu police officer as he grabs a 25-year-old Palolo man and throws him onto the pavement, sending him to the hospital. Moments before, Officer Siave Sevi Jr. allegedly punched the man in the face.
After I got up, I was like, whoa, you know? I was in shock, in pain.
Says the officer beating.
I was speechless. A fat lip, left side of my hip was sore.
The officer has been on the force less than 2 years. HPD says Seti's gun has been stripped from him, and he's been assigned to desk duties.
Stop it with your mouth. Okay. Stop it with your, or what, sir? Or what, sir? Stop it with that bullshit.
Yeah, I'm not answering it.
You understand me?
I'm not saying.
You understand me?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, so stop it with your mouth. Okay. Stop it with your, for what, sir? For what, sir? Okay. Stop it with that bullshit. Okay. And realize the 3 vehicle traffic law violations he committed. Okay? Okay? You understand me?
Yes,
I don't know what fucking planet you think you're on right now.
I'm not planning, sir. I'm here.
Planning? It's a planet.
I say I'm not. Yeah, I'm not answering it.
Useful idiots.
Sorry about that.
Pull over, buddy. Pull over.
I have this on video in case you want to.
You have?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much.
In case you need to submit it to someone.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, send me your email. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
I'll give you my card. No, that's crazy. That's really inappropriate. No, it's not your fault. Listen, it's not your fault. It's this guy's just a dick. Yeah. To put it mildly. I mean, you shouldn't be slamming your car. You shouldn't be slamming your car door. You shouldn't be throwing things around. He doesn't have a right to open your door. Like he's. You weren't under arrest. I think he's just on a power trip right now. Because he didn't have a blinker on. Well, I mean, if you're gonna park, you're supposed to put your blinker on. That's the way this works.
That's what I'm saying.
No, I know. I know. Don't say anything. You're gonna be.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, sir. Let me tell you something. Next time you do it again, okay, what? You gonna let me fucking finish? Stop interrupting me.
I'm sorry.
Who do you think you're talking to here?
I'm not saying anything.
No, every time I open my mouth, you have something to say. When you're driving up my ass, when I'm trying to park the car, and then you have to do something with your hands.
It's not I can say.
I don't care what you have to say. Okay. Do you understand that? People are allowed to park their cars on the side of the street without your interference. And then your opinion about what's going on. Okay? Especially when the person you're doing it to are the police. I don't know where you're coming from, or where you think you're appropriate in doing that. It's not the way it works. How long have you been in this country? Almost how long?
2 years.
2 years. I got news for you, and use this lesson. Remember this in the future. Don't ever do that again. The only reason you're not in handcuffs going to jail and getting summonses in the precinct is because I have things to do. That's the only reason that's not happening. Because this isn't important enough for them. You're not important enough. Don't ever do that again. Are you a fare?
Yes.
You're a fare?
Yes.
And this guy is taking time out of your day for his vehicle and traffic violations.
I have.
Okay, so that's basically all the videos I've got, Rhys, there. I think it's getting to a point now, stage. I must say, Rhys, before I let you comment, yeah? Dave mentioned, I was speaking to Dave about it, and he mentioned a good point. He said that there's a lot of police officers, yeah, that are committing suicide. Now, I'm not against, all police officers, and as I'm sure you're probably the same, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, it's very rare you even hear about police officers committing suicide.
Yeah.
But Dave was telling me that numbers are getting quite high.
At the minute.
Yeah, and they have got a tough job, and I've spoken to quite a few police officers and ex-officers and stuff like that. So, I can relate to where they're coming from. But these guys here, whatever you want to call them, I just can't wrap my head around it.
No, this isn't it. I don't think we could we're possibly close to figuring out what the hell is running through these people's minds, and who the responsibility lies with, why they're able to wear these octagon hats on their heads.
Yeah.
You've seen that report of that guy in America who's took it to a high court because he got denied a police job because he had too high an IQ.
Yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
That's alarm bells, isn't it? Right there.
Yeah, and I've been told if they give you some forms to fill out with like questionnaire sort of thing, and depending on what you tick on this form determines whether you get job or not.
Yeah.
And if you know anything about common law, they'll not have you in.
Wow, it's interesting this because I knew an ex. Well, she's still. I think she's a. Oh, what do they call it? I'm not sure, but she was a cop and she got demoted because she was in a sovereignty group, which they don't like, obviously. And they tried to say that she was mentally ill because she was giving it the free man stuff as well, and she woke up. They tried to take her to a psychiatrist, get her on loads of drugs.
They're limited on what they can actually do, but with all this sovereign stuff, I don't think we should actually have his own individual sovereignty. That's just unrealistic.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got freedom and you're fighting for your freedom, then surely you don't need, you know, your own sovereignty. So I got a problem with the top leveler and how it all works. I'd rather not be sovereign, because sovereign's quite, you know, an extreme thing to say. It's basically making out that you're some sort of god.
Well, it's called the Truth and Sovereignty Movement. That was all. It was basically just a bunch of friends meeting up, you know, from all different circles. But that was their story.
Yeah, but there's more to it. It's not just one basic way, is it? There's like so many levels, and people putting different information out on it and trying to actually grasp the original concepts of freedom on the land. It's not easy for these people, because there's that many stuff you've got to filter through to actually understand what's right and what's wrong.
Yeah, well, I'm so humble at the minute, because there's just, like I say, there's so many roads to go down anyway, isn't there? You just don't know where to go nowadays. This is the situation I'm in, you know. Because all I want is solutions, man.
That's it.
Like everyone else.
It seems to me, though, Rhys, I know it's an individual thing you have to work on, and we've all got to do it, but that's hard enough. But we can't. What we really need to do is get some sort of, I won't really call it any group as such, but just we need to have we need to all be coming off at the same page. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Wherever it is.
Definitely. That's what we're pushing for now, and I believe it's happening. We just need to cut out this in-house bickering, you know, because the ones at the top, you know, people like us, we know all the corporations are in bed together. It doesn't take a genius to figure it out, and we know that they are so close, thick as thieves they are, and we need to up our game as a movement, if you want to call it that.
I've been thinking about, you know, all alternatives people have been throwing out there, and the best one I always keep going back to, because, you know, I only take certain ones to a certain distance before I realise it's not going to work. The only one I keep going back to is phasing them out. Just don't get involved, and if everybody just don't get involved, we don't even need to fight them.
What do you mean by not getting involved, though? Like,
just create his own community, his own system.
Yeah, this is something that I plan on doing, you know.
What doesn't involve gold, get rid of gold, because that's no good that's no good to, you know, myself, yourself, and others like us. Do you know what I mean?
No, we can't eat it, can we?
No, so we need to get rid of that, make them work hard like they've made us work hard if they want the food and that. And we need to start going back to basics.
Definitely, mate. I'm totally 100% with you there. I mean, I live my life at the minute. I mean, money is obviously a tool, and I still need it.
Yeah, because there's that many. There's 7 billion people. We have to have some sort of money. We have to have something.
Yeah, we do. But if it was up to me, we wouldn't have it at all. You know, we just get around by pure bartering.
Oh yeah, I'm good to grow. You know, and sell things and that produce and stuff. I can live without money, but the fact is, where there being that many is, and it'd be a quick sudden switch over, you can't. You still have to have something in place.
Yeah, definitely.
We've got a shitload of work to do if we're trying to come out.
Yeah, man. And very few people have got the balls to do it. You know, follow it through. But yeah, so I live my life now. You know, I mean, just for example, I've been traveling up and down the country for the past 2 weeks for free. And the way I sort of repay the favours, I guess, as my mate took me from Stoke to Birmingham, West Brom to to Manchester as well. He was doing this for a few days, and I told him, I says, I'll do a day's work for you tomorrow because I can't pay you. And he was like, yeah, sound. Did a day's work for nothing.
That's it. We all need to have a skill. We need to have a trade or a skill, some sort of thing that we can, put his hands to and earn his way, earn his keep.
Do you know what, as well? It's sometimes all people need is a bit of time. People to have time for one another,
Yeah.
I don't see charity as a corporate concept. You can give back to society just by giving them, a helping hand, a laugh, This is what I'm trying to attack it at the minute, how to get truth to people.
That's contributionism, Rhys, isn't it? That's a bit like...
Go on.
Yeah, that's a bit like what Michael Tellinger's got going.
Yeah.
Yeah. Contributionism. When people just contribute,
yeah,
they'll put it in one pot and then whatever they've got gets shared out.
Exactly.
Oh,
Share
God.
everything you can.
I don't know. Dave likes his money. He likes his work. I like work, I like going out and buying things and stuff like that, if you need it, but...
I freaking hate work. I can't do it.
No, I don't like a job. I'm not a job doer.
Oh, working with the people, working on a project. Yeah, I'm all for that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I love to do. Live your life and that. But a lot of people have just said that recent. In the past few months, I've seen that many people have just got on with their lives. Do you know what I mean? They've figured it out now for themselves, and they're just sitting back now, waiting, looking on.
Yeah, we're at the point of
these people, though. These are the wise people.
I'm sorry, mate. Keep interrupting.
Sorry, Rhys. I think there's a little lag on here.
Yeah. Go on.
Yeah, I was just thinking that all these people that have took a back seat, we sort of need them because they're the ones we all acknowledge. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we've put it into practice and seen, how things working.
Yeah.
So it's not easy if we're trying to take it forward. We need to have these ones coming back.
Do you think people need a personal revolution first before they can express it on an outer realm as well?
How do you mean about that? Do you mean from a person to a man? Is that what you're trying to get at?
I mean, like everyone shouting revolution and that we're all one and all this, I think...
No, because it doesn't do anything. That's just waste of time.
Yeah, exactly. I think everyone needs a personal boot up the arse.
I mean, it's good for things like fracking. When you've got tankers coming in every 2 seconds, then you've got to get out there in slow process.
Yeah.
That's very imminent. It's important, but
it's just that too many people are waiting for the method to be applied. I mean, I challenge everything I do, from council tax to electricity to water. I'm doing it all.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up with it. It's too much.
And sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. I'm sort of winging it.
There's too much. There needs to be something overall where we can just put them all in a basket and just say, yeah, that's the thing we need to work on.
Yeah. But I think there's a lot of people as well. I mean, it's not their fault because, you might have kids and, they don't want them to feel how, they want them to be secure. I forgot what I was going to say then. I had a really good point then, mate.
I mean, I've heard all sorts of people coming out with stuff saying, just block M1 for a day. Everybody just abandon your cars on M1. You'd shut country down within a day, yeah? That's all it takes. Right?
Well,
I wouldn't even go as far as that because that's just causing harm to, children.
Yes, stop the flow of traffic. That's going to cost you, is it like 5 million per hour, I think? I was actually told the other day. That's how much it costs the country.
How are they going to shift all them cars? It's going to take them ages.
Yeah. Or here's an idea I had from a very good friend. Dangle yourself from the M6 bridge, yeah? And if the police come and try and stop you, just say, if you come any closer, I'm going to pull the rope and drop off.
The idea though is to not put any harm or risk of any harm, and try not to get sectioned after.
I know, yeah, that is the trouble. But I think we're getting to that stage now where, I don't know, people need balls, man.
I think they've got.
I'm ready to do something drastic, me. I really am. I'm sick of watching back.
I don't know.
Because I think from like, forgive me for being like poetic, but we're at a point now where, you know, all these dance tunes, and you know where there's a build up, and just before it drops.
Yeah.
We're just at that build up at the minute. You know what I mean? Are you feeling it?
Yeah, definitely.
Like it's about drop, and it's in this anticipation. It's agonising sometimes because you're just waiting for something to happen.
I think it's going to be on May the 7th, me. A week before, a week after general election. This is it. It's definitely this year. Whatever's going to happen. I'm not going to say what I think's going to happen. I've got a good idea what will probably materialise, but we'll just have to wait and see. It's not long now. It's just round the corner. There's not much.
Say that again, mate, sorry.
I was just saying that a general election coming up in May, yeah? May the 7th. I think that's going to tell us what we need to know. Not that elections make any difference, or whatever gets in. That's not what I'm getting at. I think we'll know. The people are going to decide whether they're going to move forward with it and try and do something about it, or just completely give up and just go and live their life and accept it.
Yeah,
that's what I think it's going to do. I'm open for both.
Yeah, same, mate, same.
Because we're going to live his life, so no matter what happens. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you've got to be happy, man.
I'm not going to quit, and I'm not going to give in. Do you know what I mean? I'll keep going until end, but that's it. That's the general thing about this is we're trying to bring a change that can stay here, not just for our lifetime, but for his, as kids and grandkids and future ones that are coming. That's what the idea is.
Yeah. The problem is the sheeple, dude. It's the sheeple.
It's the sheeple.
Living under the illusion.
It's all there is, really. It's all been all there is. We're all to blame.
I don't know. I don't think I'm to blame. I think I'm doing everything I frigging can.
You were born differently.
But yeah, no, I hear you, man, and I think that is the way forward to get. I mean, there's a few communals started to pick up pace around the country. There's one in Dorset. Have you been reading into all these societies that have opened up? Somebody's brought land, and they're doing really good.
That's loads of people down there. Yeah, that's a good way buying land. But listen, you've got to have more money than the ones that have got the most, and that just ain't achievable. It's gonna get took. You've got to understand, Rhys, you don't own any property under the person, yeah?
Yeah.
No property at all. You don't own jack shit. You never will, never could. Just give up trying if that's your plan. If you're doing it for a person, that is. But if you're a man and you want to take a risk, and you want to go out and live in woods or whatever it is, and fend for yourself, and then I don't see there's nothing. There's nothing wrong with that. What they should do is they should either come out and say, yeah, this is dictatorship. We're going to do this and do this and do this, whether you like it or not. I'll respect them if they came out and said that, because then I know what I have to do, right? And another thing is they need to, if they're not willing to do that and they're going to keep on bullshitting every day at week with the campaigns and that, then they might as well just say, well, here up, we'll have two systems, one for those that just don't want to be in it, and another one for those that want to keep on, living as sheep.
Yeah.
But they won't even do that.
Well, no, of course they won't. I mean, even if we push out these communities, they're not going to like it. They just won't leave you alone.
They won't have it.
This is all I want, People can live in that society if they want it, but just leave me alone,
That's it. Just don't interfere. Don't bother us. Don't harass us. Don't ask us for any money. We're not interested.
Yeah.
But look at that where Magna Carta was signed, and there's like a community going on there, isn't there?
We tried to what's the phrase?
I'm trying to remember the name of that community that they've got going.
Ubuntu.
At Runnymede, anyway. It's at Runnymede. Anyway, they're trying to... No, not Ubuntu, that's Africa. Runnymede one. They're trying to close it down now, and they're trying to get them all there, you know, get rid of all tents and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like they're going to be putting up a fight.
Superb.
But I would have gone there. I thought it was a good idea. I thought, yeah, just go straight down to the woods. You know, some of them have already got tents going in.
It's utopic to me, that is. That's
Definitely.
life.
I'd say I'll take my chances, even if it's just, 5 years living like that. It's a lot better than living 50 years like this.
Of course it is, mate.
Well, anyway, Rhys, have you got any more thoughts on police and bailiffs and how you think it's going to turn out? Do you think we're going to get more of this corruption?
I can actually share an experience when I was a young lad. Well, I still am. But I mean that the corruption goes as far as the local level, born and raised in Stoke-on-Trent.
Yeah.
I was in a situation a few years back where I was just hanging out with some friends in the park, and we got chased by some lads that were older than us. And I stopped running halfway through because I thought they wouldn't do anything, blah, blah, blah. Very short, I got clobbered by 12 lads outside Farm Foods, where there was a surveillance camera pointing my way. And I remember lying on the floor, being kicked shit out of, but still looking at that camera going, yes, got them, right? And the story goes, I did about 5 statements. I did statements for the school, because the lads went to my school. And months it took for them to come back to me. And they said that I was either lying or I'd got the wrong guy. To which my response was, well, you can check the footage for yourself, the surveillance footage on Farm Foods, yeah. Bear in mind, I was about 13, 14, so I know what I mean, about all this stuff that I know now. In fact, I wish I did. And they told me, mate, no word of a lie, they said they didn't have any permission.
They didn't have any permission?
Of the supermarket. That's what. And I always look back and regret.
Yeah.
Because they accused a little lad with black eye, bust lip and all that. And they actually had the bollocks to accuse him of lying.
Yeah. I had a recent incident where police
so my experience of the police is not really a good one. But and the fact that they're not all that because I as well and all that. Well, ex-police officers.
Your connection's cutting in and out there, Rhys. Can you still hear me, Rhys?
Oh, where are they, mate? Sorry.
We've about done anyway.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you just cutting in and out, and it's coming across all distorted.
Oh, okay, mate.
Yeah, but yeah, I heard what you were saying. I had a recent, situation where police were trying to arrest somebody that I knew, and I got my camera out, started filming it. One of the women coppers, she goes, let me just make you aware, if you're going to be starting to film, if we arrest him, we'll be taking your camera and your footage and everything. And I goes, yeah, and at Pace Act, because I'm away, you don't have to educate me. And that's how I ended it, yeah. And then she carried on going on about it, like as if to make sure that she told me first, sort of thing. Where there was no need for her even to mention that, right? So then I'm thinking, well, wait a minute, we stood outside of Tesco's. Why don't you go in there and get their footage as well? If everybody who's witnessed somebody getting arrested has to have, by camera filming the actual thing taking place, then shouldn't that apply to Tesco's? They should be going in there and demanding them, saying, "Oh yeah, you've got a choice. We're coming in. We want all your tapes, all your discs, and whatever you've got for today."
Spot.
but they don't go in. They don't bother with him. It's like they couldn't brush any closer together. Police and corporations now. It's bonkers. But unless we're going to get some decent people going into this police force who know what to do and try and change it from the inside, then I don't know what else is left. I'm not against any tattoos, but a lot of these coppers now, the full-length sleeve arms, you know what I mean? They're coming out with some great tattoos, and it's true we didn't used to see none of that. None of that. Definitely didn't see them coming in 10s and 20s just to take a door off. But we'll leave it like that. It's been interesting discussion on the police and the bailiffs. If you're having any problems with bailiffs, which I assume majority of the people in UK are probably going through that, especially if you're living under the poverty line and you're struggling. Not much advice I can give apart from keep strong and stick at it, keep doing what you're doing. We might soon get some sort of relief, but until then, just keep your eye on these police officers and keep filming them when you need to film them, and just record everything you do, because we're living in a time now where things are either going to go one way or they're going to go complete opposite. That's my thoughts, my opinion. Not to scaremonger, because I do love a police force. I think a police force can do good. It can do, just like if your car's broke down and you need to take it to a garage to get a jerry can full of petrol. Yeah, that's what a police officer's for. Ring them up, say, car's broke down, can you come and help me? They'll drive you to the nearest garage, fill up, drop you off, fill your car up. Jobs are good in. Shouldn't be running around chasing people, with dogs and shooting people instead of using tasers and punching pregnant women in the back. But yeah, I'll leave you to think about that. So join us on Saturday night for the next Flux news. And until then, take care. Bye for now.